Hi, today we're just going to review how to analyze a prompt. If you were absent this day or you just need a little refresher, that's what we're doing. So everybody who needs this should have the paper that says writing prompt at the top and it says practice. So I'm going to kind of be looking at the paper, follow along on the paper. First of all, I said in class when we did this to make sure you keep this paper. You should keep it, because we're going to kind of look at this writing prompt for several weeks to learn how to do the prompt analysis and the thesis, but also how to do intro conclusion and how to do a flea map and stuff like that. So this is the one I'm going to be working off of. The one that you turn in for a grade will say something else on the top. This one says practice. Okay, so the first thing we should do is read this prompt, and we're going to read it at least 2 times. 2 times. They're kind of meant to be tricky, so don't be tricked. Read it at least 2 times. So here we go. Some people believe owning a pet is important, while others do not. Using specific details and examples to support your position, argue for or against owning a pet. Okay? So I'm going to read it one more time, and this time kind of circle words that I feel like are important. Some people believe owning a pet is important, while others do not. Use specific details and examples to support your position. Argue for or against owning a pet. I heard owning a pet twice, and I heard argue, and I heard important. You have 2 options when you're analyzing. If you want to do this analysis paper, that's totally valid. On SOL test day, you don't get analysis paper. You get a prompt, and you have to analyze it yourself. So you could just write TAP, and that means your topic, your audience, and your purpose. You could literally just write tap the prompt, and that would mean analyze it, or you can go through this either way. Topic means what everyone is writing about. Everyone is writing about what? And in this prompt, it says owning a pet twice, so we're going to assume that everyone will be writing about owning a pet. That's your topic. Topic is what everybody's writing about. The type of writing, which would be our purpose, is expository, persuasive, descriptive, or narrative. If you need a reminder, expository means to explain, like expository, explain. Persuasive means to argue or to convince. Descriptive means to create a picture, like an image. So I'm going to say create imagery. And narrative means to tell a story. In the past, these may have been things that you did. I can tell you that in 8th grade, you never have descriptive or narrative prompts. You have elements of them within a prompt, but really, you're always going to be persuading somebody or explaining something. For our type of writing today, it says argue, so we're going to assume it's persuasive, because we're arguing. Audience means who you're actually addressing when you're writing this prompt. Not a teacher, but like who it wants you to convince or who it wants you to explain something to. And your tone and word choice. Tone is your attitude. Your word choice should be formal or casual, depending on your audience. Formal if it's adults or authority, casual if it was like friends. Your tone could be positive or negative, sarcastic, friendly, like something. But pick a tone and stick with it.
Chloe Carter and Sabrina Edwards, please report.
Okay, sorry, that intercom just called, sorry. Okay, so audience, word choice. This is going to be kind of like how you write your word choice. If we're writing to an adult, it would be formal. Attitude is positive or negative depending on what side you pick. If you say the best place I ever visited, probably positive. If you say the worst idea, negative. Okay, so let's think about this prompt. I'm going to write this right here. A hint in the prompt is it always asks you for specific details, things like that. So let's do the tap at the bottom. For this prompt, What is our topic? Everyone will be writing about owning a pet. Your audience, it just says, well, others, it just kind of says general people. So we're going to say general audience. You're still going to be formal. If it says it's important, you're kind of going to be positive. And our purpose, our type of writing, it says argue, so we're going to be persuasive. If this is the analysis that you can do on any prompt in the whole wide world, you'll be fine. So do this before you start brainstorming or anything like that. Let's flip it over. Okay. If you get stuck, you're going to have to brainstorm twice. So I'm going to say split your paper, brainstorm twice. The first one is to decide on your position. It says pick a position. Owning a pet. Do you like it or not? And if all of your ideas, or most of your ideas, are positive, then you might say owning a pet is important. That's your position. If most of your ideas are like, oh, you have to clean up after them, and ugh, that one time I got lost in the rain, owning a pet is not important. Maybe you never have. So you need to pick a side. Once you pick a side, that's your new topic. So this is to pick a position. Once you pick a position, this is your position. So I'm going to say owning a pet is important. That's my new topic. Now everything I think about should be try to support this position. What are some things that would support that owning a pet is important? In class we talked about maybe they could help blind people. They could help people with disabilities. Maybe you could use them for transportation. Maybe they're playful and you could exercise. Maybe you just like dogs. There's no wrong answer. Just jot down ideas. What are some other ways owning a pet is important? Maybe you could teach responsibility. Maybe it helps you relate to people somehow. I don't know. You can brainstorm as long as you want. The more you think on this side, the easier the actual writing is. So, okay, we have some ideas. Owning a pet is important. These are all the reasons we think. We don't need to write every single one of these ideas. For a thesis statement, we need to take this and come up with categories. Your thesis is your topic plus your categories, whatever those are. Your topic plus your categories in one really good sentence that would summarize your whole paper, basically in one sentence. I do this by coming up with categories and making a little key. So I'm going to have a square, a circle, and a star. Helping blind people, disabilities, maybe these go together, we could square them off. Maybe play and exercise go together because maybe they're talking about like your health. Maybe this is helping others. I like dogs, but I probably wouldn't use that as a reason. I don't think I could write about transportation for pets. Like, I don't know. Maybe it relates to people. That might go with helping others. Responsibility seems kind of like a big category in itself. So we're going to put that together. So here's our categories. Others, health, responsibility. Here's the part that makes or breaks a paper. Do you have a strong, concise thesis? Do you have a strong thesis that actually focuses on your topic and gives you reasons? Strong thesis. We already have our beginning. Our position is owning a pet is important. We can't just say owning a pet is important, help others, health responsibility. That sounds weird. So we need to put it together. Owning a pet is important because pet is our subject, because it can, how can we put this together? Help others, health, responsibility. My suggestion is put your best argument last. Put your best argument last. I kind of think the responsibility thing is maybe our strongest, so we could put that last. Owning a pet is important because it can, I'm going to maybe go with health. Improve your health. Help other people. And we can't just say and responsibility. We need a verb. So improve, help, and something responsibility may say teach responsibility. This could be our thesis. Let's check it. Is it about owning a pet? Yep. Is it formal? Yes. We didn't just say, what up, dog? I like it. Persuasive? We're arguing. Okay. Owning a pet is important because it can improve your health, help others, and teach responsibility. That's a pretty good thesis. If yours is different, that's okay. Just make sure it's like one good sentence, not 15 words that are too specific. Owning a pet is important because this one time I had a pet and it really helped me with my friends. Too many words. It could help you make friends, could help with transportation, whatever your topics, whatever your categories, your position, plus your categories, thesis. If you have questions, ask questions. This is a big deal. Figuring this out's a big deal. If you need help, ask.